Before you tell us what we can expect here in the Willamette Valley, Holden, what can you tell us about these types of landslides, and can something similar happen on the Oregon coast?
Yeah, and it's great we have this story right before the heavy rains expected the next couple of days. So yes, we do see this across the Northwest, and we're expecting heavier rainfall to start moving in. But this season, we have had numerous atmospheric rivers across the West Coast, and that has led to the inundated rainfall down towards California. And that's kind of what we saw creating those mudslides. But these were the images here across Oregon yesterday. This was on 126 headed out towards Springfield. And what these are mammatus clouds. They're kind of on the underneath of thunderheads, believe it or not. And that's exactly what we saw yesterday. This particular storm actually moved up into the Cascades and produced thunder snow up across Willamette Pass. And all that is a thunderstorm, and instead of the rain and hail, you have heavy snow. And that's what we saw up toward Willamette Pass yesterday. Speaking of which, snow has continued, 62 inches of roadside snow. But the big story is if you want to get over the passes, you need to do so tonight through the first half of tomorrow. So some big changes, including some heavy snow, blizzard conditions expected up into the Cascades once we head toward tomorrow night and into Thursday. For today, it's been very light in nature. Most of the moisture has been north of Eugene. Some of you in Corvallis had some very light rainfall ahead of this storm system. Believe it or not, tomorrow night into Thursday, we're expecting some very heavy rainfall and gusty winds. If you're oceanfront on the coast, we could have wind gusts near 50 miles per hour. Now that's brief. Tomorrow afternoon, as the rain starts to move in, we are expecting winds to calm, but eventually that is going to lead to some lower snow levels. Once we head into the second half of tomorrow, we are expecting those snow levels to drop. And the big question is just how low. Right now, the models are right at 1,500 feet, but two of the models have it dipping all the way down to the foothills, and that's where we're going to be watching very closely for you folks in Blue River and Oak Ridge. There's a possibility of some light accumulations by Thursday morning. Let's time things out. Here's tomorrow afternoon. Again, rainfall picking up really around this time frame, and you can see just how high the snow levels are, but watch as they start to lower. This is 9:30 on Wednesday night. As the cold front marches in, that's going to pull down a lot of the cold air from the upper levels of the atmosphere right down to the surface. And this is when we're going to be watching lowering snow levels. So again, this is one particular model, and 2 out of the 5 are showing accumulating snow for Blue River and Oak Ridge. I would not expect much. Again, most of the heavy snow is going to be focused up toward pass level, but we are expecting the possibility of a trace to half-inch. Very brief window Thursday morning. Temperatures eventually start to warm. I think this is a long shot. That is not going to happen, but snow levels are going to lower. Again, Wednesday night, very brief window where they rise above coastal passes, but eventually they will lower back again. And even some of the passes up north, if you're driving up toward Florence, could have snow very briefly Thursday morning and into the weekend. The other big story is the gusty winds. These are potential wind gusts starting tomorrow afternoon near 40 miles per hour, but then they pick up. Notice 50 miles per hour for Port Orford and up into the passes. Once this cold front passes, the winds subside, but tomorrow is going to be a windy, rainy day, and that will persist into the early morning hours of Thursday. Your 7-day forecast for the coast. Let's check out those wind speeds. You can see near 50 miles per hour toward the Oregon coast Wednesday into Thursday. You may even hear a few rumbles of thunder at times as we get a lot of convection going on Thursday for you folks in Coos Bay. For the Umpqua Basin, cloudy tomorrow. We're not expecting rain until late at night, but still wind gusts possible near 30 into Thursday. Calmer conditions try to move in by next week, but again, we're talking about a very active week. Cascade passes, winter storm warning, heavy snow Wednesday, Thursday. Pass travel is recommended before midday tomorrow. Eventually, that snow will continue into next week. And for Eugene and Corvallis, gusts near 40 miles per hour late tomorrow afternoon. Rain picks up overnight Wednesday. Heavy rain expected on Thursday.
All right, Holden, thank you. Breaking news.